everybody. Welcome to Good Time Society. My name is Becca Scott, and I'm here with Candice Harris.
Hey, it's Candice from BGG.
And we're about to play Flesh and Blood. Candice knows how to play. I'm learning for the very first time today, and we're playing with the First Strike Blitz decks. These are some starter decks, and if you know nothing about the game, you can watch a tutorial that we've already created. There's a link in the description below, or just watch us do it, and I'll explain, because it's so easy, so beautiful, so delightful. I'm already in love.
Good.
Yeah.
I've been in love with this game for a couple of years now.
How did you first get into it?
You know, it's funny. I was getting into SoulForge Fusion, and then I was watching videos on, I cannot think of the name of the channel at the moment. They do a lot of card game coverage, Team Covenant, and they kept talking about Fab, and I was like, what are they talking about?
I know.
And then
Fab.
I looked into it, and I was like, yeah, I know that. I looked into it, and then I just got hooked. And I wanted to try different heroes. Like, I love how thematic it is.
Yeah.
And, you know, if I wasn't an Omni gamer, I would probably just like go super deep with this, but I go super deep in moments and then I cool off, spend a lot of money.
Yeah, I completely understand as a fellow Omni gamer with like proclivities, we'll say.
Yeah.
So the basic premise is we each have a hero. We're playing with young heroes, which means we start with 20 life. And the first to knock the opponent to 0 life wins. We each have an intellect level on our hero card that's right in the middle of our playmat, and that is our hand limit as well. So I have 4 to start.
I have 4 to start as well.
And I am playing as Sara, this sweet, earthy, armored, bulky, broad-shouldered, beautiful, bearded man.
I am playing as Aurora, this elemental rune blade. So I'm going to be doing some kind of magical elemental things to you, Becca. You're in trouble.
Yeah, I feel it already. Sara just does these big, hard punches, but I don't know. I don't have the like momentum that you can create.
Yes.
And my cards are expensive. So the resource system is so cool in this game. Basically, at the end of each turn, we draw up to our intellect, but in order to defend or in order to play cards, we have to spend other cards. So the cards in your hand are resources in many different ways for their defense value, for their resource value, or for the ability on them. And we'll show you examples of exactly what that means in this video, so stay tuned.
So right now, since we're playing with pre-constructed blitz decks, you know, we have the young hero, as you said, Becca, so we're only starting with 20 health. Some of them might have less than that, depending on which young hero you're playing with. But when you're playing this competitively in the classic constructed mode, usually, number one, you'd build your own deck. You'd have a bigger deck. You'd have around 40 life.
And we have 40 cards in our blitz decks. Is it also 40?
60.
60. Sounds familiar.
And then you would, at the start of the game, you would pick your weapons and equipment. At the beginning of the game, you would secretly put your equipment face down, and then you would reveal it at some point. It's like, oh, now I see who I'm going against, you know?
Just for fun, I'm gonna flip mine. Can you explain to us the different areas of our playmat?
Yes, and this is the handy dandy starter playmat. So you'll have a space in the center for your hero. You'll have 1 or 2 weapons. Weapons will tell you if you need 2 hands to hold it. Like I have a fancy elemental sword here that takes 2 hands, so I can only have 1 weapon. But there are some heroes in Flesh and Blood that can hold 2 weapons.
I'm dual wielding over here.
Yeah.
With a redwood hammer and a rotten old buckler.
Super cool. And then we have over here our gear. And when you're playing a competitive game, usually, you know, you come into the game with your hero face down and your equipment face down, and then you gradually reveal like, haha, I'm playing this. And you have an inventory of cards for your equipment that you can kind of pull in. Because, for example, my Aurora here, she doesn't look that great in this iron rot helmet. Iron rot helmet. Yeah. I mean, she would have looked way cooler with the Spellfray tiara. But since I know my opponent does not deal any arcane damage, I don't need that equipment. I need something that I can use to block. And so you have slots for your chest equipment, headpiece, legs, and arms.
Yeah, I think that's a really interesting component of this game, that we start with having access to all of these things. Most of them are single use, at least on my starter board, except for my weapon. Anything else can be destroyed.
Yes, and then over here you'll have your deck. You have an area for your graveyard. This is cards that you've played and resolved. It's like a discard pile. After they fight in combat, they'll go here. There's also a banished section that some heroes and cards will interact with, but generally I don't think in most of the Blitz decks you'll have much banishing going on. And then you have a pitch zone, because you mentioned to play cards, to pay for them, you have to pitch them. And those cards are gonna go to the bottom of your deck, and you might see them again.
Yeah.
If you don't get crushed by a big tree.
Which could happen, or get shocked to death by lightning. So, shall we just get into it?
Let's get into it.
All right. How do we determine first player?
We are going to roll this, and you're going to say red or blue.
Okay. Blue.
Red.
Okay.
So I will go first.
Perfect.
On the very first turn of the game, we will both get to draw back, even though I am the active player. But after that, when you are not the active player, you don't get to draw back.
A little first player advantage mitigation.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to play into the combat chain a lightning attack action card. And it costs 1, so I'm going to pitch a card, one of these cards. I'm gonna pitch a card, and since it has 1 resource, I can pay that cost. Now I'm coming at you with an attack of 4. Sometimes there's text in here with other effects, but this is just a friendly tap with my Heaven's Claws.
I see. Just a friendly tap, you say?
Just a friendly, it has a little bit of lightning, though.
Okay. Well, in that case, I am going to go ahead and block 3 of them with Seeds of Strength, because it has this defense value of 3 in the bottom right.
Yes, so when an attack card is played into the combat chain, your opponent has an opportunity to respond with any number of cards that have that little defense icon to block. And it looks like Becca is blocking 3 and I'm attacking for 4. Now, these Blitz decks do not have any attack or defense reactions, but usually when you're playing the game, I could say, do you have any reactions? Or you could ask me and we might go, haha, I'm really adding +5 to this. But in this case, it's just, we're starting off mellow here.
Okay, so I will take 1 damage and go to 19 life.
Yes, and you have 1 action on your turn, unless you have an effect that gives you go again, and I do not have go again.
I really should have blocked it fully, because this is the one time I get to draw back up.
Take it back.
Oh, fudge.
Yes.
Okay,
you're gonna get to
seeing
draw
the strategy.
your cards back, correct.
What's happening here?
You're giving me life.
It makes so much sense now. Okay,
yes, so you can fully block and you'll draw back.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, we want that and we want that. We're gonna get rid of concuss as well, and I will overblock by 2.
You are overblocking, and unfortunately I don't have an attack reaction that I can be like, haha, it didn't matter. So you're safe, and so now these cards go to our graveyard. I will arsenal a card. So this is an area we haven't talked about. In Flesh and Blood, you have an arsenal spot, usually just 1 card that goes here, but some heroes you might be able to have multiple cards.
What?
Also, one of the super cool things about Flesh and Blood is when you play with a ranger, the ranger has to load their arrows. So their weapon is like the bow. And in order to fire your weapon, you need to have bows or arrows in your arsenal. So that's kind of just neat and another thematic element to this game. Quiver. So yes, exactly. Quiver is the word. And then so I will arsenal this card. So it's like a secret card that I can use in the future. And then
just a little bit more about the arsenal. You cannot use it for its defense. You cannot use it for its resource value, but you can use it for the actual text of the card.
Yes, you must be able to play this card. You cannot block with it, just like Becca just blocked all my good stuff there. You could not do that, and you could not take a card from the arsenal to pitch. Correct.
But it is just like an extra thing in your hand, and some cards might prefer to be played from arsenal.
We'll see about that. We are going to see about that. So then any cards you pitched, you can put them on the bottom of your deck, or you have to put them on the bottom of your deck, but you choose the order, because as you play the game, like Becca said, you start as like a strong, ready, beefy hero, but as we play, we're going to be losing gear and getting weaker, having less cards in our deck. So
battle is tough.
Battle is tough. And now I will draw back to my intellect. So 4 and pass turn to you.
I draw on your in phase because it was the first turn. And now I'm going to do something absolutely sweet. I just have the one action unless I have the phrase go again. So I'll go ahead and just use my action on strong wood. I need to spend 3 resources to do it. So I'll pitch Canopy Shelter. It also is blue on top, which is a nice way to remember. And it is an earth card, which is important because Strongwood has Earth Bond. If an earth card was pitched to play this, it gets +1 attack. And it already has 5 attack on it. So that's 6 attack coming at you.
Gross. Oh. So now you can see the difference between different types of heroes. Becca's hero has a lot of beefy cards. And now I have to look and see how I want to respond to this, because I am not going to draw back at the end of Becca's active turn. So whatever cards I spend, I'm limiting what I can play on my next turn. Okay, I'm going to block 3.
Okay, that means 3 are getting through.
Oof, don't love that, but I still have 3 cards.
All right, I'm at 20, you're at 17. I'm going to put a card into my arsenal. I'm going to put my pitch into the bottom of my deck, and I will draw back up to my intellect of 4.
And we'll dump these cards right into the graveyard.
Forgot that part. There we go.
Cool. Okay, so now I'm starting my hand. I still have this card in my arsenal, and I have 3 cards in hand. And as you guessed, I put this particular card in my arsenal for a reason. So now I'm gonna, play this card, and it costs 0, like a lot of cards in my deck, and it says, if this was played from the arsenal, it gets go again. So I'm coming at you with 3 attack with go again.
We should mention that these super sweet tokens are your personal effects.
Yes.
They don't come in the Blitz decks.
I want to say the website is Fab Foundry, who makes these like really nice metal tokens.
Okay.
Yes.
3 coming at me.
3 with go again.
With go again. Okay.
And don't forget you have your equipment that you can use as well. Actually, none of that will help you.
I have this. I could defend one with a rotten old buckler. Okay. I will play Logfall and to prevent 3.
Okay, you're blocking 3. That's fine. Okay. Well, I have to go again. So what I will do with my go again, I'm going to go ahead and play Static Shock as a follow-up. Lightning Flow. When this hits a hero, if you played a lightning card this turn, which I have, deal 1 arcane damage to them. And it says when this hits. So Becca, if you block this fully and it does not hit, you won't have to deal with that arcane damage.
I see. Okay. Then we will throw down a strong wood. Okay.
It's 4. Oh, yeah. Well, you can use your buckler. Old buckler.
A strong wood and a buckler.
Okay. Well, you did it. You lived to see another turn. So these cards go to the graveyard.
But, I already spent a weapon so early on.
And
Was it smart?
I will arsenal this card and draw back.
Okay. What's interesting is that now I only have 2 cards on my turn because I draw up at the end. But I got a card in my arsenal.
I find that fascinating.
Yeah. We are going to play Burgeoning. It costs 2 resources, so I will throw this Concuss in the pitch. It gives me 3 resources, so I've got 1 floating resource. And it says if this was played from Arsenal, it gets +1 damage, so that is 5.
Oh, I guess I need to see how I want to respond to that. I'll block 2.
All right, that means 3 is coming through.
I'll take it. 1, 2, 3. Like losing health just makes me want to fight harder and generates more lightning for me, so.
That's beautiful. I'm going to pop my last card into the arsenal because it's good to have an extra card. I will put Burgeoning in my graveyard. I am realizing I thought I was so smart with my extra resource because Tara's ability says at the beginning of each end phase, if there is an earth card in your pitch zone, you may pay a resource if you do create a might token. We'll talk about those if I get one. But alas, it was not an earth card. I thought I was so clever.
Okay, so I'm down to 14 and you're just still nice and fresh. I think we're going to have to do something about that.
Fair.
All right, so I think what I'll do is I'll start with a 0 cost attack, lightning, fry, coming in at 3 with go again.
Wow. I will take 3, going to 17.
Great. And then my hero's special ability, Aurora, has a once per turn instant effect. An instance can be played almost at any time. There's like a window of when if multiple players are playing multiple instants, but the important thing is it does not take an action. So I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 resources by pitching this card to use Aurora's effect that says create an embodiment of lightning token. So I'll just put this here. And I can only activate this ability if I've played a lightning card this turn, which I have. So I'll just do that to show that I've used that ability.
Tell us more about this embodiment of lightning.
I would love to. So my embodiment of lightning token is an aura, and it says when you play an attack action card, destroy this, then that attack gets go again.
Okay, but next time it has to see you play it.
Well, I have go again on this card, so I am going to play another card from my arsenal. Surprise!
Never saw it coming.
And it says it's Spark Spray, it's free. When this is defended by 1 or more cards, so if you block with 1 or more cards, I can pay a resource, and if I do, it's going to get +1. But right now, it's just 3. Also, when I play an attack action card, I destroy that, and it gets go again. So this will get go again, this gets destroyed.
Okay.
So now it's 3, but could be 4 if you block.
And you have go again. So
And
you
I
may
have
have
go
nothing
again.
to do if I don't make you spin that card right now to try and get 1.
Who knows, Becca? Who knows? I also have my weapon. Don't forget, you can attack with your weapon as well.
I see.
So for all you know, I have 2 resources here. One that I can boost that, and one that I can play this with my go again. Who knows though?
Playing hard. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'll block it so that you'll have to create a resource somehow.
Okay. So you're fully blocking with 3. Okay. Cool. So I won't spend the resource. Surprise, surprise.
Okay, I like that.
So it'll just be 3. But now, with my final go again, I'll just slide this on over. I'm gonna play an Elemental Rune Blade action. It's not an attack, but my lightning is going to flow. So it says, if I played a lightning card this turn, deal 3 arcane damage to target hero. And ladies and gentlemen, arcane damage cannot be blocked with shields. I'm throwing magic lightning bolts at you. So you need special equipment to be able to block that or to be able to prevent that damage.
It's a good thing I hate this tiara. Spell Frayed Tiara has Spell Void 1. If your hero will be dealt arcane damage, you can destroy this to prevent 1 of that damage. So I'll just take 2 arcane damage.
Okay.
Going to 15 life.
All right, and I have no cards, so all of this good stuff will go to my graveyard.
Okay, pretty epic turn.
Yeah.
I feel like emptying out your hand at the end of your turn is pretty awesome.
It's nice. Yeah.
Okay. First things first, I'm gonna play a Flourish. Its cost is 0. The next time an attack would gain damage this turn, instead it gains that much plus 2. I'm going to use the Go Again action to play Blossom of Spring, which is my chest equipment.
Okay.
I'm going to destroy this to gain 1 resource and Go Again. So I have Go Again. And I will play Strong Wood that has Earth Bond. I'll discard, I will pitch a Flourish in order to play the Strong Wood. I'll keep this 1 floating. And if an Earth card was pitched to play this, it gets plus 1. So that much plus 2, we're at plus 3 here for 9. And then with that 1 floating,
I'm gonna go ahead and use my helmet to block a little bit.
yeah.
I'm gonna use my iron wrought legs to block, so that's gonna be 2. Oh,
7 coming at you.
7! Oh my gosh, that'll put me in the single digits. So I will block 2 more with Spark Spray.
Okay.
So I'm blocking a total of 4, and I will take 5.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am down to 9. Oh my gosh.
Fair enough. On my in phase, there's an Earth card in my pitch zone, so I can pay this additional resource to create a Might token.
Fancy.
Thank you. It says at the start of your next turn, destroy this, then your next attack gets plus 1.
Ooh.
Pretty cool.
Very cool. And I am down to 3 cards.
That is not, I do have something to pop in the arsenal. Why not?
And my equipment is broken because it has Blade Break. It says when the combat chain closes, if this defended, destroy it. So my equipment is wearing off.
Okay.
Not great. Not great. I'm going to start off with Sizzle. Sizzle is a lightning action that says my next lightning or elemental attack this turn gets plus 2. So I'll just put this here to remember that, and it has Go Again.
Sweet.
So it sounds like
I just love this token. Go again.
Yeah, Matt told me I should make a necklace and like wear that.
Yeah. I just imagine Tara standing in the woods, his natural element, and then here's this like sizzle of a TNT line starting to go on fire.
Okay, all right. I think I'm gonna swing with my weapon, Starfall. Now this costs 1 resource, so I'm gonna pitch Cloud Cover, and I'll have 1 resource floating. And don't worry. This is a once per turn action, so your weapons will come back to you in most cases, but you can only use them once per turn unless it says otherwise. If I played a lightning card this turn, which I have, this card's attack gets plus 1 and Go Again. So, and this said my next lightning or elemental attack gets plus 2. So now I'm up to plus 3 with Go Again. So I'm 4. I'm 4 coming at you. 4 with Go Again.
Mm,
No big deal.
Too bad I'm gonna double block.
Double block.
I am playing Canopy Shelter. When it defends, I create another Might token. I have 2 now.
Oh, snap.
And then Sigil of Shelter. The next time you would be dealt damage this turn, prevent 2 of that damage.
Okay, so that is a full block so far. So far. Still going with my Go Again situation. Okay, so I think for my Go Again, I'm going to destroy this card to gain my Blossom of Spring. I had one too. I'm going to destroy this to gain a resource, so that'll put me to 2 resources at the moment. And that had Go Again. So now, and we'll take this away for now. Now I think I'm going to trigger Aurora's ability.
Cool.
And create an embodiment of lightning token because I paid these 2 resources. And I played lightning cards, so that's totally legal. And now when I play an attack action card, I'll destroy that and it'll get Go Again.
And her ability happens at instant speed.
Yes.
So you still have your action.
That is correct.
What's in your hands? Are you gonna play it?
I kind of like I'm torn right now.
It can't go in your arsenal then.
It can go in my arsenal.
I mean, like, if you play it.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm kind of torn. But like right now, how many cards do you have there, Becca? 2. I think that's too many.
Okay.
So I am going to go ahead and swing again.
Okay.
I did not really need to do this because I can't really do anything with my Go Again, but it's okay.
When you play an attack.
Because like this is gonna like give this Go Again.
Right.
It's all good though. That's how confident Aurora is feeling. So this was not played from Arsenal, so it's just 3. But I will remind you about my ether crackers here, that when an attack that I control hits a hero, I can destroy this and deal 1 arcane damage.
Okay.
Just saying, they're there, you know?
Fair enough. I will take the 3 from Lightning Surge, going to 12.
Love that. Okay, and then I'll graveyard everything up, except my sword. It's coming
Threatened
back.
with the ether crackers, but it was just a threat. You want to leave me scared. I get it.
And then I'll put my pitched card at the bottom of my deck and draw 4 fresh cards.
Okay. Getting nervous over here. You should be afraid. Be very afraid of Autumn's Touch, which is really just swinging a tree trunk and hitting you in the face.
Don't forget about your might.
I have 2 mites, and I'm discarding another Autumn's Touch, but a more higher value one to pay for the other Autumn's Touch. So it starts with 6, but I am going to destroy 2 mites to get +2 on this attack.
Ooh.
And when you play an attack action card, you may destroy this and the attack gets +1.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Let's just let's put
You're
the
doing another
hard
9
knuckle.
damage, putting the pressure on me here?
I'm doing it.
Oh my gosh.
For full life total, exactsies.
And I don't love this.
My deck's a lot more straightforward. I have less go-agains.
Yeah.
But I did get a chance to stack some stuff by playing from Arsenal, and I think the trick of Terra is try to have an extra resource to get the might token.
Yes, the might tokens are mighty. Mighty powerful. Especially if you can stack them. I'm only gonna block 2.
Whoa, 7 comes through. You're at 2 life.
7 comes through.
So close, I can taste it.
Very, very close.
Ooh, like the crunch of a leaf on my tongue, because that's what Tara eats for breakfast. I am going to arsenal my last card. I'm going to put Autumn's Touch on the bottom of my deck and draw 4.
Lovely. Lovely. Okay, I'm going to pitch Fry to swing with Starfall. I'll have one resource floating. This is an attack coming at you. It's just one, but it does have go again. Just enough to be like a little annoying poke.
I'll take one.
You take one? Great. When an attack you control hits a hero, you may destroy this. If you do, deal 1 arcane damage to them.
I will throw my leggings in your face. Spell Fray.
Cool.
And it has Spell Void 1.
Love that. Love that. And then I am going to...
Ooh, we're both out of armor. Okay.
Yeah. It's that point in the fight here. Next, I'm going to play another Fry that I had in hand that has go again, and it's 2 coming at you. Just the basic old 2.
I will choose to block Fry with Burgeoning, which is 2.
That was a good idea, because now with my go again, I'm going to play Heaven's Claws, and that does cost 1 resource, so that floating resource is gone, and now I'm swinging for 5. No more go again, though.
Yikes, no more go again. I'm at 11. I am going to take the 5.
Nice.
Going to 6.
Nice, but also scary, because that means you're holding on to cards that I am afraid of. So I will discard these. My weapon comes back, and I'll put my card back. I'll draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what's gonna happen to me?
What's that in the distance? Can you hear it? Is it a log fall?
No!
I am pitching 2 cards in order to pay the cost of this log fall. Autumn's Touch and Bracken Wrap. It has Earth Bond. If an Earth card, which Autumn's Touch is, was pitched to play this, it gets overpowered.
Oh no!
It can't be defended by more than 1 action card, and it's 5 coming in.
And you know this is not gonna matter. Yeah, you would have 1 floating. I totally forgot that you had overpower cards in there, because you do not want to be in my position. I think that's it, because I can only play 1 card. I have no equipment. So, wait. No, that's it.
Oh, GG. Yeah. I mean, overpower is a powerful ability.
It is, and you know, if I was sharper, I would have known that was in your deck, and I would not have gotten into that position, especially with my weak defensive cards. Like I do
that
have
makes
some
it tricky.
3 blocks, but like a lot of them are 2s or 0s.
Yeah, but then you have the benefit of everything 0 to play and so many go agains.
Yes.
I think Aurora's a really cool deck as well, but I love Tara. He won it for us.
Tara is beefy.
It's a great game, and I see why people are crazy about it. And I hope maybe we've tempted you to get into the Fab universe. Anything else that the people should know about these Blitz decks?
I mean, there are a ton of Blitz decks, and I highly recommend them to get started because they have different heroes. There's so many different types of heroes, and they have different play styles. So you'll likely find whatever excites you most. Like if you want somebody who's just like occasionally doing 1 big swing, go for a guardian or a warrior. If you want more like quick hits and go again, you go for like a ninja. Like there are lots of different ninjas. I like the assassin, but yeah, there are just tons of different heroes. And I feel like everything that you're doing with your cards in your deck is very thematic.
Absolutely, I love that. I gotta check out the Assassin. And if you are Blitz curious, follow the link in the description below to pick up some Blitz decks, which are an inexpensive way to get into this expansive card game.
Yes.
All right, thanks so much for watching this video, and another thanks to Legend Story Studios for sponsoring it. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.